What's up there, YouTube? This is Crazy Magic Hawkman, and today I'm gonna give you this video about Boogie2988. He's a good guy. He needs to start realizing that he's got a bunch of Magic the Gathering and Pokemon stuff he needs to open. But keep in mind, I do open stuff myself on this channel, and some other stuff like mail or my mail that I get packages every time. And also, I want you to check out my channel and subscribe for more things about YouTube stars, and also if I want to shoot or loot them. Keep in mind, watch the video.
If you're able to find any of them, I can tell you, having watched them myself, it makes the console look just as good as I want it to. I can't wait to hold mine in a week and a half. The downside to that theft, though, is now there are a lot of rumors from breakdowns of one of those stolen consoles that's supposed to be pointing to the specs, talking about the chip and the RAM and the stuff that's supposed to be inside the device. And that can be a little frustrating, especially because Nintendo really wants to control that message. And I want to include these rumors here because I don't want to mislead you guys. I will wait until Nintendo gives us an official answer. But I really, really hope that's soon because I think people are making buying decisions based off this possibly false information, and that sucks. Now, the big release for this week is Halo Wars 2, and it looks like it's currently sitting at about an 80% on Metacritic for Xbox One, and a surprising 84% for PC, but it's only got 4 reviews for the PC port. I did actually play this over the weekend, and I have to say, I do not care for playing a real-time strategy game where I'm trying to manipulate bases and stuff like that. Doing that on a console with a controller. I probably should play the PC port as soon as I can. But I will say, the campaign
just had to check
multiplayer is alright. It's a little frustrating because I'm not used to it yet.
duration.
Blitz mode is amazing. I love Blitz mode. Blitz mode basically takes away all of the base building and stuff like that, and actually just replaces it with collectible cards. And you know how I feel about collectible cards. I'm crazy for them. And even though this is where the DLC and the microtransactions kick in for Halo Wars 2, I have to say, I really enjoy Blitz mode. Even though you can spend an infinite amount of money on packs, I still really, really enjoy it. In fact, I wish it was a standalone product outside of Halo Wars 2 that you could play for free, because I think it's a really good way to experience the game. The only bad thing I can say about the game is if you do plan to play it on PC, and this is one of those play anywhere games, buy it once, you can play it on both Windows 10 and on Xbox. Before you play it on PC, you should probably watch Total Biscuit's video on the topic. He has some fairly choice things to say. And that leads me to the follow-up that I wanted to do about For Honor, specifically the PC version, but for all versions of the game. If you haven't been paying attention, For Honor did review very, very well, anywhere between 77% to 82%, depending on the version of the console that you're playing the system on. But it also had a very, very rocky start. The game certainly got a lot of slack for having microtransactions and a season pass. Basically, a lot of people felt it was a bit of a cash grab, which I think is fairly close to the truth. But the biggest problem with the game is the fact that it is using peer-to-peer to match you with games, and having actually people's consoles or PCs host the game rather than having dedicated servers to do that on Ubisoft's end. And I think this is probably what kills the game. Obviously, if the host of the game leaves the game, then the round ends prematurely. But then on top of that, if they have a bad internet connection, if they have a bad rig, or anything along that lines, the experience can be very, very grindy, very, very stuttery, very laggy, very frustrating. And that's not how you want your game to be. But now there are actually rumors going around that it's fairly easy to sniff someone.
Okay. Now I'm gonna start debating on his ethics to the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I think, oh, here, hold on a second. Let me see. Yeah, there, YouTube. His ethic of Breath of the Wild Legend of Zelda game is cool. I understand more that he does. Understand more about the game than I do, but you gotta remember there, YouTube, I'm just a card gamer. He's more than that than ever. So just to let you know, I'm gonna go back to the video and also show you more. And also I'm gonna shoot it Don't forget this is Shooter Alert's video.
IP from this, which doesn't sound like a big deal, but then you can DDoS that person, knock them offline, keep them from being able to play. If they're a streamer, you can use their IP address to DDoS them and keep them from streaming. You can even sometimes use that information to find out their real life information, and this could even result in swatting. So since they're not doing good enough of a job of masking your IP, this is kind of a game you want to stay away from for a little while. My big hope is at this point is because it did review so well and it did sell so many copies, as well as microtransactions, as well as season passes. Hopefully they will use some of that money to start creating their own server architecture and start hosting their own games. And I think it's really important they do that because that's the only way I think this game will stay on its feet or get back on its feet once it's fallen. And that's exactly what I want for this game, because this is a game that even with all of its problems, I can't stop playing. I love this game. So Ubisoft, get it together, make this game work. And then finally, let's talk a little bit about Horizon Zero Dawn, which is about 1 week away from releasing. The reviews are already coming out for this game, and right now on Metacritic with 74 critics weighing in,
Times
this
by
game is currently at an 88. But there are a lot of rumors floating around that the storyline for this game and the voice acting and things along that lines are not that great. Case in point, there's one video floating around about a character, Braum, who is schizophrenic and is having issues with that, and he interacts with the main character, Alloy, and in the process, the voice acting isn't very well written, it isn't very well performed, character animations and the facial expressions are right out of Uncanny Valley. They just don't look natural and normal, but it is just a 3-minute conversation. But it is enough to give me a reason for concern. And most of the reviews actually seem to avoid the topic of the storyline and the plot and things along that lines. Instead, they focus on the thing that I liked about this game with the PlayStation experience, and that's the combat. You are fighting robot dinosaurs. You are taming robot dinosaurs. You are riding robot dinosaurs and hacking robot dinosaurs. So even if the storyline does turn out to be terrible, and if every scene is as poorly acted as that one Brahms scene, I will say that I still think I really enjoy this game because every review goes on to say that the world is breathtakingly awesome. It's very unique. It's very different. The combat is fascinating and fun to do, and I'm just looking forward to that. If you decide you can't invest in this game, because of all of these rumors, and I understand that's why I'm talking about it here. Know that I will be streaming this game on Twitch next week, so we can decide together whether or not this game is worth it. And that's pretty much it for gaming news this week. I really appreciate you watching, and I hope you stick around as I talk about this.
What the?
Sponsor a little bit.
Sorry about that,
I have to
YouTube.
say, these are probably my favorite pair of frames I have ever owned. I love these pair of glasses. They fit and they look really, really good. I have always been that guy who bought one pair of glasses and then wore those glasses until they literally fell apart. And now thanks to Glasses USA, well, look at this. These are just the glasses I have right here in front of me. And these are all glasses I've gotten this year. And the reason I've been able to do that is because they literally start at $48 for a pair of prescription lenses and frames. And that doesn't include the discount that you guys get if you use the link in the description box below. It can be even cheaper than that. The way that we ended up deciding on these frames is I uploaded a picture of myself to the website, and then you can try on any pair of glasses. They'll put them on over that photo so you can see what you'll look like wearing those glasses. And they looked great on me on the website, and I think they look even better in life. This is probably the best looking pair of frames I have ever owned, and I think these will be my permanent pair of glasses, even though I actually have a few other from them to wear day to day. So if you decide you want to get some very inexpensive and very high quality frames, please do me a favor. Click on the link in the description.
I smell soup.
Shopping for glasses right now, starting at $48.
And though I'm not hungry, I smell soup.
Prescription, obviously, and the lenses
soup.
and the frames, $48, and that's with a discount if you use that link. So it gets even cheaper from there. And I can say that there's some very high quality glasses. These are the only glasses I'll be wearing probably for the rest of my life. I definitely endorse the product they make. I think it is fantastic. I really appreciate you guys watching the video. I really appreciate you listening to my sponsor's message. It really, really makes me know that I'm always going to be successful here on YouTube as long as you guys are willing to help out in that way. And guys, thank you for watching. I love you very much, and I'll speak with you again soon. Can't wait. We're so close to the Nintendo Switch. So close. I can feel it in my hands. Oh, can't wait.
Well, as you notice, here, let me get you closer to me. Yay. I shoot it times it by 3. That's the highest I can go for the rankings. He talks more about more stuff than ever than he has done than the whole thing. I like Legend of Zelda, Nintendo Switch, Halo 2, Horizon Zero Dawn. Everything he talks about is like, okay, cool. I wish I had a Nintendo Switch. But anyways, like he says, like, now so check out his channel, Boogie2988. And also, Boogie, if you're watching this video, I like you, dude. Keep doing what you're doing. And maybe someday we'll see you later on Boogie Plays Games. Who knows? And I might watch out for that, so. But also, make sure Francis doesn't get this video, because I might do one for him and stuff like that, so, sooner or later. Don't forget, I am Crazy Magic Hawkman, and this is my YouTube channel. Cool? But hey, comment, rate, subscribe, and also hit that notification bell section. So, peace.